Hello, I'm Adarael. I'm playing Jason Carter, the gunslinging vault dweller of the Wastelands.
Hello, I'm Alereg, and I'm playing Dr. Carl Hoffman, Brotherhood of Steel Initiate, and the one that has been, for the most part, keeping these guys alive.
Hi, I am Legacy, and I'll be playing Chanel. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Termite, and I'll be playing Iris, the Generation 3 synth from the East Coast, who is being over her head now.
And I'm Solomon. I will be your overseer for this evening, and the one to bring this all to a close. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
When we last left off, our survivors had managed to bring the think tank down, having taken care of the members of the think tank that were working to bring new dangers and new horrifying experimentation to the Mojave wasteland with the aid of one of the coursers of the Institute, having been abandoned by her squad. After convincing her to try to find a new purpose beyond what she was made for, she helped them in bringing the think tank to their robotic knees, as it were, and killing the scientists that made such horrifying creations as the Night Stalkers, the Cazadors, Robo-Scorpions, and a Gator Claw. After taking care of them and leaving the Big Mountain Science Facility in the hands of Dr. Mobius, Dr. 8, and Dr. 0, the scientists who were much more amenable to experimentation that was safer, more ethical, and just overall less horrifying, they teleported back to the strip. However, the transportal ponder did not take them back to outside of the tops where they originally had used it, but to a area within the Lucky 38 that they found themselves looking at an individual dressed almost akin to a NCR Desert Ranger who stood while using the side of the table to rack a bullet into a .45 automatic and pointed at their new courser companion. And why is that one here?
Another victim. Well, in a way. We saved her.
I would think that she's the one who's been leaving victims.
You would not be wrong.
I'm sorry. If you don't mind me asking, kind of up in our space. Don't know who you are. Be nice to know if can maybe get an introduction or at least a hello, I guess. You're kind of here.
Hi, I'm Courier 6.
Racer.
Okay. All right. Are you the one that has been a bit more well known around these parts?
The one that made Hoover Dam not be a complete shit show, yeah.
Cool. So, Courier 6, a family name?
It works. It's what people remember. And you are Chanel, Iris, Dr. Carl Hoffman, scribe of the Brotherhood of Steel, and Vault 38 member Jason Carter. Good to finally put faces to names.
Nice to finally meet you, Courier. I heard you've been not quite MIA, but on the down
Busy.
low.
Yeah, I needed to get around quietly, and it's hard to do that whenever I've got my usual group with me.
You a welcoming committee? Escort?
As it were, I made this, and he just points to the little box of gizmos and electronic parts working together. I had hoped it would work out, and it seems it did. Made it so that y'all showed up here. I wanted to congratulate you myself, and then I saw that you brought one of the individuals that's been burning farms and killing people.
Let me ask you a couple questions, Courier.
Mm-hmm.
You saying you ain't never killed somebody that didn't fully deserve it?
Not what I understood. I can't say I haven't been tricked before. But I never really tried to enjoy killing.
Kind of leads. I guess that kind of answers my second question too.
Now, certain individuals, Kaisar, few of the White Legs tribes members that were especially sadistic.
Oh yeah, I ain't saying that there ain't people that don't deserve it. Yeah, I ain't saying
you can't enjoy it.
Unfortunately, not all of us get the choice or the understanding to know when what we're doing ain't quite right. Some of us, our job's all we know, and sometimes that job is taking out the people we're told.
And what was your job, Iris?
To replace somebody. I was meant to infiltrate a community, as it were.
And here you are making yourself your own person. I suppose this is the place for it. And he just looks to the rest of you. You all are going to keep an eye on her, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I blame you.
Miss Chanel, Mr. Carter.
I mean, he's gonna live with us, so no other choice but to do it.
1 second, folks. This is just for the folks here in Discord, because OBS seems to have disconnected from the internet.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
And no.
not in German this time.
Right.
Should be back now.
Hello? Hello? Mom?
And we're back.
Little Jimmy, are you out of
Continue.
the well?
The courier looks to you all, tilts his head one way or the other. Fair enough. And then he will put the safety back on and just practice slide back to grab the bullet out of the chamber and unload his weapon. All rather quickly, almost as quicker than Carter and Iris.
Hey, I never invested in any of them quick draw perks.
Fair enough. So, is it done? Whatever
yeah.
y'all were doing at Big Mountain.
Well, think tanker. The think tank that were still a part of the think tank are all dead.
Fair enough. I figured it was going to have to happen eventually. It was a lot easier when they were in the loop, that they were stuck in a mental feedback loop that kept them sillier, a lot easier to work with.
The ones who were jailing them there were imprisoned this time around, and we assisted in the escape and the execution of the ones that were in the loop.
We had to kill a goose. It's very important that you know. We killed the goose.
We killed something worse than a goose. It was a many-headed goose. Normal
Yeah,
geese do
one
not
of
have
the-
more than one head.
One of Boris's creations.
Ah, that makes sense.
Oh, and then I found this little guy. Ow, 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 ow. Look at him.
He is adorable.
Isn't he? His name's Quillian Tarantino.
That's a fantastic name for a Raccupon?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Ow, 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 ow. She
Y'all want a
slowly-
drink?
Let's drag her down.
I'm not sure how well that would go with the many drugs that are in our system currently.
I don't know what you're all talking about. I have no drugs in my system.
9,
Oh,
you have
yeah,
gunpowder in your lungs.
That reminds me. I'm gonna take the Addictol.
Fair enough.
Well, you got Courier number 6, or can I call you Courier for short?
Everyone just usually calls me the courier.
Courier. Courier. Courier.
Would we call you 6?
Also works.
Simple. Monosyllabic.
And he will go on behind the bar and just start grabbing off like all kinds of different alcohols like vodka, whiskey, bourbon, and just all kinds of things, and just grabbing things from behind, like glasses from behind the bar, and begin mixing. So I just wanted to start by saying thank you. I really appreciate that someone else actually has some gumption and some competence here. Back when I started doing things, everything got left up to me and my crew.
Who is your crew?
Weird bunch of ragtag misfits. Let's see. There was
A lot
Boone.
like us.
Yeah, kinda. NCR Sniper, old Brotherhood of Steel, Scribe Outcast, Nightkin. It was a varied bunch. Love them all.
Replace the Nightkin with an animal lover who likes grenades, and yeah, that's us.
Fair enough. I mean, hell, I even had one guy who was a ex-Enclave. Too young to really remember what it was like being, like, you know, for America, that kind of thing. More just like the kid of ex-Enclave people. I think he's still around here. He's probably back at the old Mormon fort nowadays. But I take it that since you all are here, all this shit, and he just points outside to the snow that's much slower than how it has been. I assume this is going to be clearing up here soon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we might need to talk to House about that. It's gonna be clearing up.
Well,
Problem
it's
is-
flooding.
When it does, it's all gonna melt. Gonna be flooding everywhere.
Yeah, I'll talk to the boss. We'll make sure that we got some Securitrons out there and get some people working on ways to sort of divert it. Is there anything else y'all learned maybe that we need to worry about with this new threat from the east? What are they called? Institute?
Yeah, the Institute.
They can take a... they can take a punch, I will say that.
Some of them.
True. To give an accurate description, I took this, and he'll bring up the vibro axe, und this, and he'll bring up what he's taken basically as the trophy is the skull of the gator claw. There's not much left otherwise besides just it and gristle. There's a creature attached to it, and throw both into his shoulder, und he barely flinched.
Yeah, from what I heard, those people are built, made. And he just kind of looks to Iris for verification.
Grown in a vat, mostly. Anna's face is still kind of fucked up, right?
Yeah.
So we can still see the like essentially metal infused bone, yeah?
Yeah.
Also, we're a bit more receptive of certain augmentations, which are, built, made, installed. So, little column A, little column B.
Fair enough. And he just begins to pour what looks to be... It looks like water for everyone.
Oh.
Figure we can start with this, kind of clear your systems out a little bit. Get you clear between the ears. And then he will take off the helmet that says, "Forgive me, Mama," scratched on the top of it. And he is... It looks like he could have once been handsome, but then has all kinds of scars from being shot, stabbed, burned, all kinds of things across his face. The little scar here shows where you had heard that he got shot in the head and survived. And then he also has a much larger scar, like from the top of his right temple down to almost like by where his ear would be. He has very soft green eyes as he like takes one of the glasses and raises it. Cheers. And then he looks to Dr. Hoffman and says, Schuss?
Roast.
Roast. And he just downs it all in one go.
We'll follow his lead.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Yeah, I mean, when in New Vegas.
Ain't gonna hurt me.
Hey, Chanel, are you drinking or are you just gonna be rolling it in your glass?
I am refined. I am fancy. I am, and you. The drink is there a second, and then she just looks down at it, and then immediately it's just gone. As she just quickly downs it, and then tips her glass upside down and pushes it back towards the courier.
So, what you drank tastes generally like water, but then also has this sort of like smoky aftertaste that kind of coats your tongue. And you feel energized. He's like, it's been a while since I've had rushing water. Okay. For those at home, rushing water is water that's been infused with jet.
Oh boy.
There is your drugs, you know?
I feel great.
All right, you guys want anything else? You just ask me. I'm good at making most anything.
To give an idea for the folks at home that may not know, jet is think steroids, but it works immediately. And then add in a bit of extra like berserker juice bullshit.
Yeah, it's kind of like very
Speed.
like aerosolized cocaine or speed. Yeah.
This is quite good. Good man.
Anytime. I actually learned it from I actually learned it from some of the other tribes people that I met back in Utah.
Oh.
But if y'all need any more, feel free. Did y'all hear anything else about other places that the Institute might be interested in? Because if we know about where they're going to be next, I'd rather go ahead and take care of that or get ready to take care of that while we know.
Yeah, there's a couple places. They're headed to, or probably currently working out of at least a bit, the Sierra Madre and the Divide.
Fuck. That's what I was afraid of. Okay. He just like thinks for a second and just like taps on the bar. All right. Here's what if y'all are still willing to work with me, here's what I think we can do. I'm not gonna make you work for me. I'm not house. Y'all can leave if you want, but I mean, we'll keep paying you. And
I mean, I've got personal vendetta, let's say, against the Institute, so I'm gonna be working against them either way.
Yeah.
I go over my patience go.
Well, I mean, they sound like real characters, and I don't mean that in a good kind of way. So, preventing them from expanding their sphere of influence seems like a sensible decision for anyone who wants to live in a nice, quiet town.
And
Fair
I'm
enough.
just here for the vibes.
Nein, you're here for the explosives and the very cute animals.
Hey, explosives give vibes, just more intense.
Very true.
Bad
That
vibes.
is- That is how explosions work, yeah.
Hence why I said I'm here for the vibes.
All right. I got a few buddies I can call on. Me and my crew are going to try to head to the Divide. I know that place is a lot easier, and it's not somewhere I'd want to send any of you guys. If I can keep as few people having to deal with the Divide as possible, then that's preferable. It's a fucking shithole.
The Sierra Madre?
I'm not going to ask you guys to just drop everything and go there immediately. Yeah, if your guys are, I can figure you're tired and you want to go home and rest for a while. Make sure everything's good back in Lilibelle. Still can't believe someone built a new town out of fucking Nipton.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we probably should get back. We haven't been there in what, like a week, 2 weeks, something like that.
We should also tell House that the job is done.
And House can give our lovely community folks their due justice.
Yeah, he did promise some stuff. Time for him to deliver.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Then I'll let you all head on back home after we go and talk to the boss. And you can rest, recuperate, get things ready again for whenever I send you the signal that it might be a good time to head over to the Sierra Madre.
You have a Pip-Boy, yeah?
He just like looks to his left arm and just raises it. Yeah.
So you should be able to, if what happens in the think tank is correct, that Pip-Boys can talk to other Pip-Boys. Carter, would you like to be our telephone?
That's fine. Sure.
Cool. I'll just ring you up on your Pip-Boy then.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Also, I've been to Sierra Madre. If you have any questions or anything you want to ask before you have to deal with heading over there and putting yourselves in danger, I'm happy to answer them. I'd rather everyone, aside from the people we're fucking with, make it out of this as cleanly and easily as possible.
Map
Yeah.
of the Duvel.
How should we deal with that gas that's in that place?
Best I can do is give you a recipe and maybe a few hits of a sort of anti-venom, a countering agent to the cloud that I learned how to make from my experiments there. I never found out how to make something that would like completely cancel that out or find a way to really resist it entirely with suits, because the only suits that were made to resist it initially are now fused to the ghost people that live there.
Yeah, that's not good.
No. You haven't had to listen to the logs of the poor bastards back when they were people screaming to be cut out of the suits.
I don't think that's a road I'm going to walk down anytime soon.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah, and is it like an acid, or is it like a poison or a venom or something?
It's honestly, it's like the hate fuck child of all of them.
All right.
It burns on contact to your skin. It makes you feel woozy and weak. It's awful.
Sounds like chlorine gas almost.
Yeah, from what I've heard, from what I know, it doesn't really affect ghouls as much. That's why another one of my people that I got working to keep an eye out for things there, Dean Domino, actually kind of lives there, really.
Hell
Okay,
of a defense system.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just him, it's a few other people. Dean Domino, God or Dog, whatever he's calling himself nowadays. And the outcast wives.
I've not heard of these outcast wives.
Oh, they were West Coast Brotherhood of Steel girls, both of them scribes. One of them left because the good Father Elijah didn't like her distracting his pupil, and so now they're back together again.
Right. Well, I might be able to make good contact with them then.
Yeah, I'll try to I'll give you the last few signals that they used. We change signals every couple of weeks, but the last signal change was supposed to be this week, and they didn't call in.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, depending on how known it is that they're former Brotherhood, that's not
Great.
great.
Nope.
East Coast does not give them a good reputation.
Yeah, and from what I've heard, pretty much all that's left of the Brotherhood out here is a few remnants of the West Coast and what East Coast people came back, and that's not good.
Right. Before we head out, Iris, I need some assistance with something.
All right.
I know how to fix your face. He pointedly then looks down to the other Anna. Thank you. I don't know how to fix machine integrated flesh face. And if we want to go into town anywhere without arousing suspicion, we want to fix her face immediately.
All right. Let's see what we can do, I suppose. At least for the time being. That way we can get her to their surgeon.
All right. And he'll bend down to try and start patching her up.
Alrighty, give me a roll of intelligence and medicine.
With fully gritted teeth.
Yep.
And I will assist.
Alrighty, then you can also go ahead and roll one die trying to beat your TN for intelligence and medicine.
All right.
2 successes.
2 successes.
All right. With 4 successes, you're able to patch her up, utilizing a lot of gauze, like a lot of it, because you don't have like proper like surgical tools or like a surgical like area to work with. But you're able to patch her up enough to where you could just say she probably got like burned real badly, and people wouldn't really like look the other way, wouldn't really give her a second glance. It would be easy enough for especially like Chanel to get people to stop paying attention to her and pay attention elsewhere.
Listen, I could also get people to stop paying attention.
You could get people to stop breathing. That's different.
It works.
I can get people to start breathing again.
I'm saving them from living.
Well, that's
I
assuming.
think Chanel's way of getting people to not pay attention might be a little less bloody and a little less traumatic. A little less.
Smidgen. Alrighty. She is just looking at the both of you and just like, thanks again for, well, this.
You owe her, not me. He will stand up and walk away.
I don't think he's going to like me.
I don't think he has to.
Sure enough. And you all turn back to the courier, who is downing another shot of something that looks almost like a muddy brown. And he's just like, okay. Ready to talk to the boss? Because I am. I'm properly sloshed enough to deal with that asshole.
All right, let's go see him.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Oh yeah, he's not a buddy. He was just the least awful choice that I had at the time.
Fair enough.
That dirty brown water you got there.
Speaking of Sierra, this is actually a Sierra Madre martini.
Is that why it has the color of shit?
Yes. That and probably the potato chips in it.
All right, we should probably go talk to Mr. House.
Yeah, we probably should. And he just looks at Chanel and is like, I'll fix you one later. And you head on up from the circular bar area up to the proper Mr. House penthouse. He is the first to head in while putting his helmet back on and just like tapping the side of it to make sure that it's on correctly, and leads you through to Mr. House's monitor again. I see that your transmitter worked and brought them here. Good. I take it the job is done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Won't have to deal with them anymore. Good. Your payment, and he dispenses the caps to each of you that he promised. And I believe that I did, in fact, agree to send out more assistance to the outlying settlements, which I will begin immediately. Starting with Lilibelle.
So don't remember how many caps he agreed to give us.
Yeah, I don't either.
I know it was a lot.
Yeah,
A lot.
Yeah.
200 each.
All right.
Is our business concluded, or is there other news? And then the courier says, apparently the Institute's also working to expand to the Sierra Madre and the Divide. I talked to them and they're willing to go check out the Sierra Madre in a little bit of time, and I'm going to go check out the Divide. To which you just hear a long electronic sigh from Mr. House. Very well. A secondary stipend of 400 to each of you for heading out to the Sierra Madre, given that its dangers are from what I've been told, significantly more constantly hazardous compared to the dangers from Big Mountain.
Well, we seem to feel okay with danger when it comes our way.
Well, found these.
A good characteristic to have in this day and age. Is there anything that I can do for the lot of you? Anything you wish to speak on or request? I figure if you're going to be working for me, the least I can do is assist however I can in return.
Yeah, Carter's going to look at the rest of the group because he doesn't have anything.
Good. For whenever you wish to come back to the strip, I will ensure that each of the casinos gives you a line of 200 caps worth of credit. So where you may gamble and utilize that as you see fit for whatever sins you wish to enjoy the time.
I'm just
Excellent.
imagining Chanel betting on gecko races now. Mostly by picking the cutest one.
The cutest one always wins, even if it doesn't win.
Oh, goodness.
Fantastic. If that is all, then I will go ahead and bid you all adieu. And I wish the very best for your endeavors going forward.
Thanks. We'll be in touch if something comes up.
Fantastic. Oh, and Mr. Carter.
Yes?
I've recently had news from Vault 38 if you'd be interested.
Oh, absolutely. They shut the door behind me.
Yes, well, it seems that someone went and opened the door again.
What kind of someone?
Someone from inside. It seems like a few more people managed to leave, and I have not heard if the door closed behind them or if it is still open.
Thanks for letting me know.
Of course. If I hear any more about these individuals, I'll be sure to point them your direction.
Thank you kindly.
Of course. Dr. Hoffman. The Brotherhood individuals that you had assisted last year, the scribes, the scribe Portnoy and Knight Arthur and his associate.
Yeah.
They have sent out a small shipment as thanks for that from their own personal stash, given that apparently their leadership has begun to crumble back in California. You can pick it up on your way out from Victor.
Your scrap friend, that one, the one who said he wanted to be my friend. That guy. How's he doing? How's your friend? How's
be
he
your
doing?
friend. That's how I remember that going.
Yeah, right. Was that not it?
You talking about Scribe Portnoy? Or are you talking about Knight Commander?
I think it was the scribe.
Out of character, the scribe was the old man. It was Knight Arthur that was flirting.
The
with
knight.
Knight Arthur was,
The message wasn't too long, aside from just saying that apparently of the three that you met, only two remain, and it's Knight Arthur and Scribe Portnoy.
A Knight Commander has fallen?
So it seems. It seems that much has gone wrong out west.
Well, either something happened out in the wasteland, or who the fuck knows what the NCR is doing.
Oh, the NCR is gone.
Oh, they're fully gone?
We lost contact with them not long after the Battle of Hoover Dam.
I thought they were just pushed out.
We pushed them out, and then apparently something else happened, and they are gone.
All right, that's probably what happened.
All right, so we may be dealing with the new contender for the West Coast now.
Just what we need.
Well, it's also possible that it's not a new one and it's just the Institute again.
Which means if we run into another Knight Commander Helen Layton, shoot on sight.
Probably.
Alright. So this is going to be interesting.
To say the least. Interesting times make for interesting people. And profit.
Speaking of profit, I don't know if you wish to do anything with this. I have no need for a trophy. I merely brought it back to show you. He will take the gator claw skull and just set it down. They were working on this, among other things.
Seems to be akin to a death claw, but with a basis of a alligator as opposed to the original chameleon.
Yeah.
Courier, and he just says, "Yeah, boss, I got it." And he just goes and, with his own bodily strength, begins to lift the gator and just start dragging it away. I'll have some of my best experts look at that. Thank you. And he actually will go ahead and release another stipend of an additional 100 caps to Dr. Hoffman.
Then we go thrifting for fusion cores.
He will divvy that up actually to the rest of the group, as they did help bring it down / take care of everything else. So everyone will get 25.
Fair enough. Never let it be said that I don't compensate those that work with me.
When will our people be expecting supplies, by the way?
By the end of the day.
Okay. If need be, I can transport a couple boxes back in the truck.
I think that would be a good thing. The snow, from what I've been told, is already beginning to melt. So you should probably be able to get there if you just focus on driving and don't make any stops. You should be able to get there at least by the evening.
Yeah. I got one more stop I would personally like to make on our way home, if that's okay with everybody.
Well, I mean, it's your truck, so if you want to make a detour, you're the one driving.
Yeah, I just want to go check out that house again, the one with the family that was kind of having a rough time. Make sure that they're doing good. Maybe get them some extra food.
Seems smart.
Yeah.
Might take a while for life to kind of stabilize. I mean, we have gone quite a long time without, so it'll take a while for things to get back to normal. And I just want to make sure that all of our people are taken care of.
Yeah, I can. If y'all want to handle that, I can take on a. Well, I guess. How far away is the surgeon? Directed toward them.
She should just be a short jaunt from the north side gate.
All right, that's fine. So we can head there.
I would advise Carter, with your luck and ability to find the luck and make your own, Perhaps the casinos would set 200 credit to be good. I myself, I think, will have to go and find a bartering trade station.
I'll see what I can rustle up around town.
Actually, Chanel, if you wish, seeing as I know you are far better tradeswoman than I am, I will assist with the family by carrying the goods. Won't you help me by doing the barter?
I can see what I can make happen.
Very well. Best of luck to all of you on your various endeavors, and I do hope to speak to you all again soon. It's been intriguing having more competent workers assisting me. I appreciate it. And about that time, the courier comes back, just wiping off his hands and trying to wipe off some of the blood from his coat. All right, we're good to go.
Yeah.
Cool. And as he's walking, he's just taking out a couple canteens with various numbers on them, 22, 11, 3, and just mixing various things in a glass, and then passes it back to Chanel. It's that same very dirty brown cocktail.
I have potato chips in the canteen?
You know, mushed up and everything.
And again, she just tips back and drinks.
So, it does not taste good. It tastes real bad. But you feel stronger, oddly enough.
Does she have to chew?
A little bit. There's bits in it.
Something tells me. I don't think anybody's going to be singing the praises of the Tato-Tini anytime soon.
Latest, it's not a concrete mixer.
But on the plus side, for the next day, Chanel has a free reroll on all strength and endurance tests, as well as basically 5 temporary hit points.
Geez, that ain't bad. Horrible, but not bad.
I think the taste made me stronger. Ugh.
As I always did say, puts hair on your chin.
Why is it soggy?
Because it's liquid?
Soggy and salty.
So long as it's hopefully satisfying as well.
Iris is ready to go.
Iris is done with her shit.
All right. Let's go, everybody. It'll be a great time. Mr. Six Courier, sir, are you riding with us, or are you doing your own little thing?
I mean, I don't have to head to the Divide immediately, so if y'all don't mind me hitching a ride.
Yeah, come on in.
It'd be good to head back to Lilibelle.
The Chanel Mobile's got room for most.
Fair enough.
Under 7 feet tall.
Yeah, fair enough. And he just turns to his side and say, "That sound good to you?" And you all just suddenly see the Ghoul Caballero at his side. He was not there before.
He does have that knack.
And he just says, "Sounds good to me, boss."
All right. So this it's me, Carl, just having difficulties. You were always watching after us for him?
Well, yeah. Well, I just sort of walk around and help out who needs helping out. But after I saw this one, and he points to Carter, I appreciated the way he worked with his weapon. Figured I would stick by him, that I would get a lot more practice. And after I told the boss about him, he told me to stick around.
Like we'll find like.
And his head just snaps up for a second, looks to Raoul. How do you feel about the rockets?
I don't really work too much with them, but they're quite useful. Boss like to blow shit up with them here and there.
Alright, so boss and Carter will get along very well. Understood.
So, out of character, who would like to deal with their shtick first?
Mine's pretty easy. Carter's gonna go gamble.
Alrighty, is he going to any casino in particular, or is he just going to the closest one?
He's gonna hit all of them. He's gonna go from point to point to point to see which one he gets a good vibe in, and then he'll stick with that one.
All right. Go ahead. Actually, I won't make you roll. The
Roll for vibe check.
Roll for vibe check. The best place that it seems like for hottest like tables, and the best vibes in general for just hanging out is the tops. Could just be the atmosphere that very much screams like Ocean's 11 to you.
That'll be the one then.
Fair enough. Go ahead and we'll say give me 4 rolls of your. Let's go ahead and make it charisma and luck to be a mix of just how lucky you are and how good you are at bluffing other people.
All right, sounds good. That was not what I wanted. Three successes on the first roll, assuming that a 1 is always 2 successes.
A 1 will always be 2 successes, yes.
An additional success on the second. Additional success on the third roll.
Fantastic.
And a complication on the last one.
Alrighty. So
that is 5 successes and a complication.
Yep. So you just basically sit down at the tables. Like, I'm guessing blackjack is probably your game of choice.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a card game.
Yeah. You're sitting down at the table and you're just racking it up. You're like, you felt lucky immediately when the first hand that you drew that got dealt to you was a 21. And so you just immediately just let it ride, and it just kept building and building and building to the point where you had turned a 200 credit cap line of credit into 500 caps worth of chips. And then you get a tap on your shoulder, and there's a suited gentleman.
Got the back off.
Who looks to you and says, "Hey, you're doing really good here, pal." The boss, he just gestures over to Swank, who just gives you a little bit of a nod. Would like to give you a little bit of extra compensation for bringing in a lot of heat to the house tonight, but we can't let you keep on taking us for all we're worth here, you know.
Hey, I understand completely. Thank you very much. They'll salute Swank. Seems like enough of a night at the table here for me. Maybe I'll hit the roulette or something.
I think that you're done just for all the games here for tonight. You can come back and play some other night after the heat dies down a little bit, but for right now, we'd really appreciate it if you would just take your caps and either get something from the bar or fuck right off.
Understood. And he'll take his caps and he'll go to the bar and he'll buy a round for everybody, because that's what you do when you win big.
That is what you do when you win big. Are you getting like the good stuff, or are you getting them cheaper things?
Oh yeah, he's not buying cheap shit for these people.
That would be about 75 caps of your winnings.
Perfect. That gives them back enough to let them know, hey, you know, I'm accustomed to how this works. Let's smooth over the waters a little. Maybe I'll come back later, but for tonight we're done.
Fair enough. And you have managed to walk out of there with about 425 caps richer.
And once we meet back up, just for bookkeeping, he'll distribute that to everybody. So let me calculator that.
Go right ahead.
106.
About that, yeah.
I'd say give everyone 100, and then Carter takes 125 to keep it simple.
That works. Yeah, he'll keep a couple extra on himself.
Yeah,
fair.
And he's got to have something to build up for the next time.
Alrighty. We will go ahead and move on to Chanel and Dr. Hoffman doing some bartering. So, I dare ask, where are you going for your bartering, and what exactly are you hoping to barter?
I'm hoping to go try and find, as I know this is going to be extremely fucking rare, fusion cores. And possibly straight up fusion cells, because I am down to a whopping 10, which gives me one shot with my pistol.
So, fusion cells, easy to find. You could get them basically anywhere aside from the gun runners, who focus mostly on lead. Things and actual like solid projectiles you can throw down range. Mick and Ralph's, you could probably even find a few energy cells being sold by most any of the caravans that are around here, especially the more prominent caravan that actually has a place of business, like an HQ here in New Vegas, called Sharon Cassidy.
What do you think, Chanel? Do you think Mick and Rouse would have a fusion core, or would that be more this new hub?
Would I know anything about where I could find more exotic things like that?
If you're going for just all kinds of stuff you can get, Mick and Ralph's are fairly reliable, but you're not sure if they've managed to restock ever since the last time you went and took them for all they're worth. But if you want like someone that would likely have the size and the scope to have almost whatever you need, maybe they can't get it to you immediately, but they can assure you that they'll get it to you. Sharon Cassidy is definitely the place to go. The caravans.
Okay. Well, I got two groups of people that I can introduce you to, Doc. I introduce you to my boys, the ones that are right out on the outskirts. Or I can introduce you to the caravan.
Let us.
Both can have them. One's a little bit more likely than the other to have one. One is a little bit legal to buy from.
Let us try legal first. And if it becomes an issue, we can try the illegal.
It's
as
not
much as-
necessarily illegal versus legal. It's we'll try my boys first, and we'll make our way to Ralph's.
Alrighty. So you head into Mick and Ralph's, and you see that there is Ralph sat behind the counter. It looks like he's working through his ledgers, and then he looks up and sees Chanel and says, "No."
Oh, Ralph, why you me away so fast?
Because we constantly lose money whenever you walk in those fucking doors.
I don't know what you're talking about. I do nothing but bring you business.
You bring me bullshit.
I bring you money and other things for you to sell.
What do you want?
What is the likelihood that a lady of my stature and kindness and loyalty to your cause. Fusion cells?
Oh, is that it? Yeah, we can get you fusion cells.
Oh, perfect. How many?
How many you want? We got a surplus of them. Most people around here just repack lead ammo. They don't really do too much with energy weapons.
And she'll look to Dr. Hoffman. How many?
How much would 92 rounds be worth?
92 rounds, Jesus.
You said you had a surplus?
I mean, yeah, but holy hell. 92 rounds? Just give me a second. Let me confer with Mick. He's the one that deals more with this.
Before he goes to turn around, all Chanel does is just pop up on the counter and just lean forward with her hands just kind of folded in front of her.
The very good thing that right now Carl Hoffman is wearing his helmet, because he would be cracking the biggest smile and stifling so many laughs right now.
Yeah, Chanel, go ahead and give me a roll of speech and barter. Or charisma and barter.
Charisma and barter. That would be one success, but I do have Black Widow, which allows me a free reroll with members of the opposite sex.
Yep, if they would be attracted to you, when Ralph would be.
Ooh, that is just... I literally just failed that.
Do you have any luck left?
I've got 2 points of luck left. I'll burn one. I'll burn one.
Go right ahead.
Hopefully we get some luck back soon, because I'm running dry. Okay, cool. 2 successes.
Like, he just looks to you and he looks defeated. Like he's just done.
See, I know that look, right? You're not the only merchant who's given me that look before. But here's the thing, is because you love it so much and because you love me so much and because I gave you so much business and I always come back to you, you just let me get away with it.
2 caps per.
184. Understood.
Thank
he
you,
will
Ralph.
count them out.
And he will just begin just placing the full cells on the area before him.
Have I ever told you that you're my favorite of the 2?
Yeah, you say that until Mick comes in with another grenade.
You got a soft place in my heart. She'll just gently pat him on the shoulder.
Yeah. Oh, also sorry to say, Mick's other supply, he has closed it off to you.
Why?
We saw you leaving the Lucky 38. We don't want house down our fucking necks.
The house is not on your trail, and I already told you guys what I was doing. That's not entirely fair because I've been upfront with you two and I gave you my word.
And he's just like, give me a roll of charisma and speech if you would, please.
I can confirm having been there, she has not spoken of you.
You can assist if you want with 1 die.
Charisma and speech. Oh boy.
Oh, I'm re-rolling that 20.
Go right ahead. That's your last luck point. Oh, no, wait, no, free reroll. Yeah,
free re-rolls.
Yep.
If it was 1 less, I would have been able to do it, have a success. Nope.
Mind you, for the people at home, Dr. Hoffman rolled a 5 and still failed.
Yep.
That's still a success, though.
He's like, look, I'll talk to him. Just give me a bit of time to sort of calm him down.
And you know that I'm good for it, too.
I know.
I understand that you guys aren't the biggest fans whenever I have to do business inside of the strip, but have you ever been caught?
No.
Have I ever let you down?
Well, no.
Have I ever let you down?
I said no. Damn. Like I said, I'll talk to him. Just give me some time to let him cool down.
Not to mention, because we're going to be getting a little bit more food.
Like I said, I'll talk to him. He's not here right now. I can't do shit about it while he's not here.
Well, you better tell his happy little ass that when he gets back, I'm going to be coming in for another stop of supplies. And if he doesn't want to serve me, he can come out and tell me himself.
All right, damn. Jesus.
Cut me off. Who do you think he is? A merchant? The fuck?
Is there anything else I can do for the 2 of you, or is that it?
Not unless you happen to also have fusion cores.
No.
No. I knew I'd be able to get you the sales. That's the course. You guys got any arrows?
Arrows? The fuck?
Oh, yeah. By the way, and she'll actually bring it up in front of her. I picked up a secondary weapon just in case.
It's a damn good shot.
You are... What the fuck? Okay, sure. Why not?
What?
Grenades and arrows. It's... anyway.
Try to get grenades on point.
I might have, like, a few. We don't get too many people using bows around here, aside from the tribal that came down here from Utah.
If you don't have anything, it's fine. Just
give me a second. He just like rummages around the back, and then he comes back out, and he's like, "Well, shit, I have 4."
I'll take.
Sure, go right ahead. I'll just go ahead and call them 1 each. I'm not gonna sell these to anyone else.
Thank you. And she'll hand him. She's gonna take his hand and just put a handful of caps in there. And I'm going to say that she's going to take 10 caps out and push them back in.
Alrighty then. Like I said, I'll talk to Mick for you.
Thanks, Ralph. I'd hate to lose friends.
Yeah, I get you.
Good news.
Okay, Doc.
No. Some good news for him, because he does seem downhearted. It's bad news bad luck to try and leave a man so disheartened, yes? The snow should be melting soon.
Oh, thank fuck. Then we should be able to finally get our suppliers coming to us more accurate, more consistently then.
Yeah, and like I said, I just as a word of warning, over the next day or two, keep all of the backroom stuff kind of hidden. You guys are going to be getting a little bit of a helping hand.
Noted.
Mm-hmm. I didn't say a speck of word about your side business, but I did manage to convince the big guy to give you guys a little bit more help with the surviving.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah. I'll keep an eye out for it then. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. I'll bring you to meet my other friends. Doc. They might be able to help you with the course.
Okay.
All right.
He will follow her up.
And you head on over to a wider area behind some shuttered gates that actually have bodyguards that sort of stand out on each side. They look kind of rough and tumble, wearing some really rough like road leathers and armed with what look to be like shotguns. One of them has a pump shotgun, the other has what looks to be a over-under break action double barrel. And they just look to you, Chanel, and say, "Hey, Chanel, how you doing?"
Hey, boys. I got a friend who's got a weird request. Got a minute?
Yeah, sure. Just out of curiosity, Doc Hoffman is still in the power armor, right? Or is he left the power armor elsewhere?
He would have left the power armor like as inside of Chanel's truck and out of sight as possible.
Got it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the guards just like move in a little bit to talk to Chanel a little more privately. What's up?
Gentlemen, I've got a friend who's looking for a couple of cores, fusion cores.
Okay. We're not the ones you're gonna want to talk with about that. You're gonna want to talk to the boss lady.
Figure. Does she have a free minute?
And he just like looks at his watch. Yeah, she should be sober right about now.
Cool. I got stuff for her, as a thing of camaraderie, and she's gonna break out the fucking mega jet.
Oh boy.
Okay. I got a little gift for her.
Yeah, she can probably sell that. Yeah, I'll let you on in. And he just like sort of like taps on the gate a few times and just the shutters go up. Inside you can see there's basically like a very small farm that looks like it's it's not really big enough to feed like a lot of people, but it's meant to feed like the people here so they don't have to worry about taking in the food supply of the area outside. And there are several look to be like long like barrack type bunkhouses that have, and a few different small stands as well. You know that the head house is the one that's at the very far end and is actually meant to like put at the end of what's basically a very small like smoothed out roadway where you can meet the boss lady. And as you head on in there, you head to that area, seeing that there are people here working to make their own little life. All of them kind of looking like they're people of the road, wearing road leathers, even like the merchants themselves looking like they're armed and armored. Pratt Brahmin moving to and fro, like putting in all kinds of various things, chems, food, drinks, parts, all kinds of stuff. And you get to the head house and you go inside and you see a older but pretty redheaded woman sat behind a desk and currently looking like she's just beginning to enjoy a bottle of whiskey. And she looks up to you with a smile. Her face is freckled lightly. And she says, "Chanel, good to see you again." And you know that this is the boss of the Sharon Cassidy merchant caravans, Rose of Sharon Cassidy.
It's good to see you again, Miss Rose. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. And I told you to call me Cass. You don't gotta be all formal.
Nah, well, a woman of your stature deserves nothing but the best formalities.
Amen. What can I do for you?
I got a bit of an odd request.
You usually do.
Yeah, well, you know. Listen, I want to trade with you. I've got something that I think you might like, and I think you might have something that a friend of mine might need.
Yeah.
Before we get started, I would like to introduce you to my good dear friend from Lilibelle. This is Dr. Hoffman. Dr. Hoffman, this is Miss Rose. She is a very powerful, strong, independent, and could probably kick all of our butts in the matter of seconds type of lady.
Nice to meet you, Doc. And she will just extend a hand.
Caroline, you give it a kiss before extending it back.
This one's got manners.
Yeah, sometimes I know how to pick them.
My mother trains me well.
You can teach a thing or two to Arcade.
Always willing to try.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. So, what can I do for you, Doc? You need like medical supplies, or maybe like a medical Mr. Handy. We got a few of those running around.
9. I need fusion cores.
Ah, well, shit. Just come right out and say it. Well, fusion cores are restricted trading, given that they're so hard to come by and so used universally. I assume that you understand that Mr. House would know that you're taking these fusion cores, right? Because we report any fusion core sales to him.
Yeah.
All right. And I also assume that you know that they're not exactly cheap.
Yeah.
All right.
That's where my trade comes in. To maybe sweeten the deal a little bit. Maybe show you what we're able to get our hands on.
All right. First off, I'd like to know exactly how many fusion cores you need, because if you need a lot, it'll take a while. If you need a few, I can get them to you quickly.
With his knowledge of Brotherhood of Steel, out of character, with his knowledge of Brotherhood of Steel technology and power suit armor and such, and knowing how far away the Sierra Madre is and how he's going to be using this armor roughly, what would he estimate, best estimate from his experience, to know that he would need to power the suit that he's got right now? Because I'd imagine he's got like 10% battery after all the fucking shit that he's done so far.
Yeah, like if you think that the moment you get to Lilibelle, the fusion core is probably going to be dead.
Yeah.
With everything that you know about how to get to the Sierra Madre and everything that could be waiting for you in the Sierra Madre, you could probably like stretch 4 cores, and maybe if you work to learn a little bit more about training, you could try to make them stretch longer just through your own like work. But the thing is, like, power armor eats through cores quick unless you're like really good with it. So you could, if you wanted to try to make it a stretch, 4 cores. If you wanted to be really safe about it, probably closer to 6 or 7.
I would estimate somewhere on the lines of about 4 cores worth.
Are you sure that's all you need?
I don't plan to rob people of the necessary resources they need to live. I plan to use it in order to complete some missions that Mr. House gives us. It's revealing cards to you, mademoiselle.
You're working with House then.
Yeah.
So you're probably working with Six then.
You know someone?
You could say that. Janelle, you know that kind of look. It's knowing more in the biblical sense.
Hey, fucked.
I've got questions, but I'm not gonna ask. But I'm curious.
You do not
We can
need
talk
to know
about
the
that later.
size.
Fine. Business first. Anyway,
Don't need to know his size.
it's never mind. Anyway, 4. And how much would those typically run us?
200 caps each.
Okay. And then she's gonna take out. Yeah, she's got that good shit.
The good shit.
And she's going to just put it right in front of her. Along with. I know that I just got. Oh, what's that sarsaparilla drink that she has?
Sunset sarsaparilla.
That's the one.
Sunsets. Yeah. And she'll put out like her goodies and just lay them out on the table in front of her. And smile.
Give me a roll of charisma and barter, if you would, please.
Yes, sir. And I've got man-eater. Wait, Black Widow. Wait, man-eater. Whichever. I'm bisexual.
I believe the one that for that is actually femme fatale.
That one.
Shesh la femme.
Ah, Chef femme. That's correct.
I'm a bisexual threat. Emphasis on the threat.
He identifies as a velociraptor prepared to be eaten.
I'm gonna re-roll. Fucking hell. I'm gonna use my lady to re-roll one, and then I'm gonna spend a point of luck to re-roll the other, and that will eat up the last of my luck. How much Chanel loves her doc. Eating up the last for some stems, for some cells. Okay, so that's 3 successes.
Fantastic. She just looks over what you're offering her, and she just says, "Tell you what, I'll take all this, and I'll knock the price down to $125 each. On top of that, your business, when it comes to trade, is going to be with Sharon Cassidy first and foremost. Other caravans you can go ahead and turn away." I'm not against you working with like Mick and Ralph, but
Okay,
when it comes to caravans,
I don't tend to go anybody but you anyway. I only like the best. So, saying no to other caravans will come pretty easy to me.
Good.
Unless I absolutely need something and I know that I can't get to you, then I might have to, but
I'm not gonna nickel and dime you, but bigger trades.
bigger trades, I'm your girl.
And I'm not going to charge you for these cores immediately if you can't pay at all. I will set up we'll call it a tab. You pay me what you can't, you will pay what you can't pay now later. Just don't wait too long on it. I'm nice. I'm not that goddamn nice.
You know what I'm good for.
And I prefer not to be in others' debts.
And Chanel's going to reach into her bag, and she is going to take out all 430 caps and just slam them on the table. How's that for a deposit?
Well, it takes care of most of them. Still need 45. It still leaves you with 45 others that need to be taken care of.
And the doctor will pull out the other 45.
Well, you're doing business, and she just takes it all and just sweeps it into like a large desk drawer. I'll get those cores to you on your way out. Then just tell them that the deal's done.
And should you ever need a doctor, as Chanel can confirm, I'm very good with my hands.
I got one I usually go to, but if he's unavailable, I'll let you know.
So
And
good.
you know, if you ever need transportation.
Of course, I know to go to you, Chanel.
And I hope that I'm your first choice. Miss Rose.
Always. Everyone call me Miss fucking Rose. God damn it, Dad.
Would you rather me call you? I don't know. Claire?
Nah. Just don't call me the full name. It was bad enough when John did it.
Yes, ma'am. You know what I'm good for. I will let the boys know that the deal is done. I'm going to bring around my truck.
Alrighty. As she's doing that, she sees a Securitron rolling its way towards her and can see that it is a Securitron that doesn't have the usual soldier's face, but a smiling cowboy. Hey, yo, hold on. Wait. And he just like rolls on up and is like, and just looks up and just says, y'all left without getting what the boss man told you to click for me.
Oh, right. Sorry.
It's all good. I just want to make sure you got what you was owed to you.
All right. Well, again, my apologies.
Hey, no trouble. No skin off my back. And he just like sort of waits for an applause.
Oh, I get it.
Hey.
There you go. That's good. That's a good one.
And then he will roll on behind the truck and says, good doc, got something for you.
Dankeschön, mein good robot.
And the top of his chassis will actually pop open. And inside you see that there is a fusion core.
Red travels fast, does it not?
Well, this is what you're supposed to be getting from me from your Brotherhood of Steel buddies out west. They said that you can make better use of it since they apparently had lost use of their suit.
And I'm pretty sure at this point Carter's back, and Iris might also notice this as well if Iris is back.
Iris is traveling on the outside of the north side gate, which is where around this is, and Carter's probably made his way back with his winnings.
Yep.
So Carter would notice this then, his stupidly high perception. You just see Hoffman's hands squeeze really, really tight for a second there, All right. Thank you for that information.
Hey, anytime. Yeah, y'all go ahead and take care now, and he will just turn himself around and then just head on back. Iris, you are heading into the clinic with Anna. Anna has not changed out of her black coat, but you managed to just sort of like waylay suspicion. When you sneak around, you're able to sneak around with her since she's also meant for it. So you're able to avoid any eyes. You head inside, and the doctor there, along with her 3 guards, look up, and the doctor stands and says, "Hello, how can I help you?"
We were hoping you could help my friend here. She got into a bit of an accident and needs some cosmetic damage corrected.
Alrighty, let's take a look at this. And she will step around the table and unwrap the gauze and look at Anna. She doesn't seem surprised when she sees all the metal inside. Yeah, I can fix this. Will this be for the same charge? Same usual payment? To which Anna says, no, we're no. All right then. In that case, it'll be 75.
No. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And she will just take Anna to the back and look back to you. You go ahead and take a seat. This will not take too long. The auto doc does most of the work nowadays. But if you want, you can take a look at what all other services we have. Feel free. And she takes her Anna into the back, and you can see that there's like a small list of services being cosmetic repair, cosmetic alterations, which are fairly affordable. And then you can see how they're making their money when you see that there's also implants that are available that range from that start off at about 1,000 caps.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
After only about maybe 5-10 minutes, she comes back out, and Anna looks better. Her face actually looks very different. She looked where was this really beautiful to the point of being like Uncanny Valley kind of face, now looks much more plain. She just looks like anyone you would see on the road. Like no one would stop and like look at her aside from the fact she's wearing a coarser coat. I figured this would probably be a good start, so that way people weren't really, paying attention to me.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it might be best if you lose the coat for a while, too.
Yeah. It's a damn shame. The Saint's actually like really, really effective. It's armored all to hell.
I mean, keep it on you. Just maybe not wear it all the time.
That's fair. And she will just step back into the back and come out wearing what looks more like a farmer's clothing with a backpack. All right, I'm ready to go. Unless you want to go ahead and get something, but I don't have any caps. If you're so it'd be on you for payment.
Oh, I can't afford this, no.
Fair enough. Maybe someday, right?
Yeah, maybe someday.
And she will just look to the doctor and just give her a nod. The doctor will nod back to her And you all head on outside, where you can see that the others are gathered with what looks to be small cases being loaded up onto the back of the truck by a few workers. And everyone is able to reconvene.
All right, well, I think I'm about ready to go.
Me too.
Dr. Hoffman will actually march forward to Anna. Look on one side, look on the other. This will work.
New start.
Make good use of it.
I plan to.
And he's gonna get in the back of the truck.
As will Anna.
Carter will pass out everyone's winnings.
Hooray, Caps.
Woohoo!
And you all are able to set off, unless there's anything you'd like to do beforehand.
We should probably fetch the courier if he's not already here.
Oh, right.
You look in the back, and he's just sitting there, just like with some large. It's a bottle that kind of looks like like one of those toy rockets that were back at the that were back at Cliff Briscoe's shop in Novak, and full of a glowing green liquid.
Oh, 6, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Miss Rose sends her regards.
Damn. Should I? Now we don't got time. All right, let's go.
All right, I can see the two of you are gonna get along just fine.
That's the hope.
As a medical professional, I can say this much. We have no protection. Be careful.
Oh, you don't gotta worry about that. I got all kinds of implants to prevent sort of shit like that. I mean, I'm like...
Janelle, if you don't start driving soon, I'm gonna steal your truck. And we're going to fucking leave.
You can't do that. You don't know how to work this thing.
She'll figure it out.
Dr. Hoffman, put your pussy away.
My pussy goes where she pleases. I do not control the pussy. She is her own strong
Iris
woman.
gets out of the car and starts walking away.
No. We just start driving now. No. Doc, you've been hanging around with me too long. Oh my goodness.
I may be German, but does not mean I do not have a sense of humor.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it would take a German to find it.
Well, it's a good thing I have one here.
Anyway, yeah, we should probably get going before I pass the fuck out. And he just like pulls out another bottle and just begins drinking it.
Can I convince you to drink water sometime?
I do, occasionally.
When?
You sound
When you're
familiar.
not looking. And then as you stare at him, he just like takes out a Vault 13 canteen and just...
I don't believe that there's water in that.
I don't either.
Me either. Take a sip out of your trusty
He offers
Vault
the canteen to the doctor.
I take it, I give it a sniff.
Doesn't smell like anything.
Good, vodka. Little
Neither
water.
did the burst shrink.
Hand it back.
Canteen's empty.
And thus you all head off. So I believe there was one stop that was wanted to be had at the hostel that you all stopped at, what used to be Camp Gulf.
Yes.
Fantastic. You are making your way back. It's significantly easier going, given that there isn't a fucking blizzard going on. And you're able to get to what is now being called Hotel Gulf. Basically within about maybe 30 minutes at most. It's really not that far from the north side gate. You do not see Philip up in the tower this time.
Cool. This will just be a quick little trip. Weird.
Yeah, even at the best of times, it's not a good idea to not have a guard in a place like this.
Yeah. I'm just gonna run some supplies in. Well, you might need to think about getting my truck a little bit more energy at some point. I'm just gonna, and she's gonna take like the box of like food supply in and just make sure that people are still alive.
You head on inside. Is anyone going to be joining her, or is it just going to be Chanel?
Not unless she invites Carter. He's staying where he is.
I would be joining.
Does she know you're going to be joining?
Probably not.
Inside the back of the truck that's covered, there is a soft hiss as the open panels of the power suit is open once more.
Fair enough. So you head inside, and it smells like cooking, like hearty home cooking, like stew being prepared. And you can see at the front desk there is Philip, who is currently looking like he's busy wiping off what looks to be like almost like a large club. It kind of looks like what we know as a shillelagh, but the head of it looks like it's been studded with spent brass 45 caliber casings.
Hey, Philip.
Oh, Chanel. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. We're just dropping by to make sure that y'all get a little bit of extra food here. Snow's gonna be letting up soon, so.
Well, that's good. We were getting used to the winter, and we didn't. I think it's best that we don't, nah?
You're telling me.
And I appreciate it. And it's, I do hope that our guard didn't give you too much trouble.
Your guard?
Yeah, they weren't too much trouble. And you just like turn around, and there was a guy who was not there before. At least you didn't see him.
No, no, didn't give me any trouble.
Keep it that way. You notice that his outfit is very similar to what Jack of Spades wears, including the red beret. And he looks like he's got a anti-material rifle strapped, slung across his back.
Nice gun you got there.
Yep.
You good?
If I don't have to unshoulder thumbs down, we're good.
Care to explain?
I used to be NCR. I liked killing Caesar's Legion. Thumbs down. Whole Roman thing, gladiator.
I'm aware. Aware. I've dealt with them. I've dealt with the Legion in the past.
As long as you're not dealing with them now.
Yeah. Something like that. Do you think there are any that escape other than... You know.
It's possible. As long as they're not trying to get everyone back together under the same banner, then live and let live for now, I guess.
I highly doubt that they're gonna be. Not after what happened Hoover Dam.
Fair enough.
Well, I doubt he'll be giving you much trouble. That's all I'm saying.
Of course. And he will turn right around and head back outside. His movements are utterly silent. It's kind of eerie.
Yeah, Philip, trust me, you don't have to worry about our kind. Not anymore.
Philip just looks to you, then looks back out the door, then back to you. That was tense. If you want to stay for dinner, we can get you a bowl of the stew. We should have enough. We've only had one other person here.
I'll ask the others, but I'm mostly just here to drop off some supplies to y'all.
Good. You can take it to my wife. She's currently in the kitchen area.
Okay.
And you head on inside, and inside the cafeteria, there's the stronger smell of stew. The kids are all running around helping to clean up the area, and you can see that there is a familiar figure. Connor, the other survivor from your group of kids that were trained within the Legion.
Hey.
Oh, hey there. See,
Still
you've
kicking around?
made it back in one piece.
Yeah. Well, you know. Killed a couple things. I had to take down a couple robots. Got a cool new friend in the rubble of it all. He lacks a stab, but he's cute.
That sounds like a lot of things in the Mojave, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Cute and deadly. Or scary and deadly.
Yeah. I was actually kind of hoping I'd see you again.
Okay.
Being a farmer isn't exactly paying too well, and I've never really had much of a good hand for it. I've mostly just been able to grow like Brock flower and not much else. And Brock flowers are everywhere already, so.
To be fair, they didn't really teach us much in the ways of keeping a garden when we were kids.
Nope.
So.
But the one thing I am good at is, well, hurting things that need it.
Maybe some things I don't.
Working on it.
You won't work.
Yeah.
Okay. How about this? I'm all about giving people a chance to prove their worth. It's been kind of what I've been doing since my folks died. I need someone who's really good at close quarter combat Like, really good. Especially now that weather's getting better and I'm gonna need to be going on a lot of runs. I can't pay you much.
That's
But you'd be allowed Lilibelle. And when I'm not needing your services, there's other people who might. And it would be nice to have somebody to teach them how to defend themselves. Come with me.
Okay. And he will finish up his plate of stew and put down a few caps just for the payment, and will follow after you. You notice that he's actually looks like he got himself ready to hopefully move on, as he was normally wearing just like sort of rougher clothes, like rougher farmer clothing, and now actually looks like he's wearing armor that is without any sort of insignias on it, but it's kind of strikes familiar to the sort of like armor sets that you would train in when you were kids. And he has a really large combat knife at one side, and looks like he actually does have a sort of modified 9mm submachine gun at his left.
I just want you to know that people are going to ask questions. Nobody knows about what I was. For all they know, I just kind of appeared out of nowhere. I've been trying to make myself as dumb as possible. Seems like people tend to take the news a little bit better when they see somebody who might not look so terrifying.
I get you. I won't spoil that for you.
And she's just going to pull out like a tattered piece of the insignia out of her pocket and just press it into his hands. Just so I don't believe in what they did, but I can't fully deny that that's where we came from.
And he will pocket it himself as he follows you along back outside.
All right, y'all. I hope you don't mind. We have one more that's joining us for this long and happy car ride.
Sure, hop on in.
Cool. It is going to be a blast. It's going to be so fun. Okay. Connor here is a friend that I had growing up, so please be nice to him. He's cool.
Pleased to meet you.
And you. And he will offer a handshake. And his grip is fairly firm.
Mine is fairly weak.
Nah, sometimes you'll have that.
Connor, this is Carter, Dr. Hoffman. Where's Iris?
The doc steps out of the suit as it happens. Good.
Oh, shit. Damn, okay.
I'm right here.
Oh, shit.
Fuck.
You gotta stop doing that.
It's just mean.
This is Iris.
No, no. Mean would be it. Kind of just taps the gun at her hip.
That's fair.
No, that is mean. What you're doing is called cruel. And slightly unusual.
All right, it's not my fault if y'all can't keep an eye on.
But I don't want to hear it from you, really. Miss can sneak away at the lick of a split, and all of a sudden we're looking around for her because you're really good at doing the hiding thing. I don't know how you do it, so it's fine. It's fun. It's fun. Please don't.
You could say I was made for it.
I get it.
You just hear Six going, as he's drinking from a mug that he pulled out of somewhere of just coffee.
Oh, and this is our new companion,
At least for now.
Courier Six.
Damn, that's weird when someone calls me the companion.
Yeah. And
You just see Connor just go white as a sheet, just like, huh?
Yeah. Chanel gives Connor that knowing look.
I think it's also worth noting because Iris may have been eavesdropping the last time we were here. That like when she shakes Connor's hand, she kind of gives him like the I guess the nod of like I understand. Like looking between him and Chanel and kind of
Yeah. And he's just like Philip comes out and will hold out a bowl of stew to Chanel for the road.
You are too sweet to me, Philip.
I try. And then he look inside and you just see Six just like lean forward and he's like, oh, hey, follows. And the Philip just smiles and waves back. Good to see you too, sir.
I'm glad that you all are still alive. I thought by the fact that there was no one in the... Looks up to the dinosaur. In the tower.
Oh, Craig tends to actually prefer to stay on the roof.
Noted. I will look for him there next time.
And you just hear Six say, I figured that's where he was fucking going. He always has to just find the tallest place to fucking camp out. Anyway.
I mean it's helpful for trying to keep an eye on things.
It's true.
Yeah, he likes being tall.
Well, welcome, Connor.
Happy to be here. And for out of character note keeping, he will use the stats of a hired gun. We'll level him up later.
Right. Done everything we need to do here?
Yeah, supplies are dropped off. Said hi to the kids. Said hi to the wife. Said hi to the husband. Picked up the boy.
Story.
Typical afternoon, really, with us.
I mean, it's typical afternoon for me too. Damn, y'all verse. This is uncanny. And that's just Six, just saying that as he like finishes off the last of his coffee, looks to the mug, and then just like chucks it outside of the back.
What the hell?
Oh no, Muggy's gonna be so mad.
Oh, I know.
Oh, you ran into Muggy.
Yeah, I thought about bringing him back and offering him a job at Mr. House's casino just to fuck with House.
And we also ran into the toaster.
Fuck.
I ran into two of the...
We do not speak of these things.
Oh,
The light switches.
Oh, yeah, I get that. I tried to turn their voice boxes off. I couldn't fucking find the right switch.
Let's
I
probably
I think
enjoy it.
Chanel
anyways.
found the right switch.
We should drive.
Yes, let's roll.
That's it. All right. Maisie, Quillian, Tarantino, Connor, you guys all up in the front with me.
All right, okay. I'll ride shock. Ow. Oh.
Shit.
I really need to try and clip or find some sort of like cloth padding.
You can clip them. I saw a little documentary on it once. You take like little clippers and you clip the ends off. You still don't want to jam your hand on them, but they're less likely to poke you.
Don't know.
Okay, well, we'll get him out to a groomer. Ow.
I mean, we could also just try like corks or something.
That would
We
look
need a
great.
few of them, but
You're really funny.
He would float forever.
Ow. Okay, let's go. We got a trip to Lilibelle to make. We've got a X-hour drive. And when we get back, we check in on everybody and then make our next steps.
Yeah. Won't hope it's not as snowy next time.
Yeah, it should be taken care of quickly enough. Hey, since she got the stew, anyone else need something to eat? I got a good bit of stuff in here, and he just like slings his pack around, and it's just chock full of like way more than there probably should be fit into a single backpack.
How in the inconceivable fuck? You know what?
I've had a lot of
Nine-
practice.
we were
Nine.
teleported by a gun just a few hours ago, and this surprises you.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, facilitator,
Yes.
is there any weird shit around?
Well, kind of weird shit.
Us.
Well, I mean, there's your crew.
Well, they don't count.
Oh,
Ouch.
No, I mean like any extra weird shit.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. What exactly are you looking for?
Anything that stands out? Well, last time it was a guy with a gun, super mutant power, like super ghoul powers, talking to me and then disappearing in a flash. I was just wondering if there might be any fun little Easter eggs that Chanel might be able to pick up.
Possibly.
I want to find the well.
You want to find a what?
I want to find the well.
The well.
The well, Jimmy's well.
It's actually not far from here.
You need to find Jimmy's well. You don't understand how important that is.
Maisie
Okay.
just looks off in the distance, like pondering, and then just points her nose in the direction.
I love heaven. I love it. Okay. I have a thing that I have to go check out later on down the line right now, but it might be later. Anyway, all right. Off to Lilibelle?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
These supplies have waited enough on some.
On the road again. You all have a fairly uneventful drive. Connor kind of just keeps quiet, if only just because he's not really sure how you all are as a group, as a total. Six is fairly talkative. He also has plenty of food and drink for anyone who needs something to eat or wants to be sloshed. He also seems to have a large number of various kinds of chems, most of which are not normal street chems, but look very much like he himself has been experimenting with making things and being self-reliant, as it were.
How did you make this new variation of Ultra Super Mega Jet, as you call it?
Some of the residue from the cloud back in the Sierra Madre, along with Ultrajet, sugar bombs, and a whole lot of alcohol.
And you said this helps the person taste colors?
Yeah, I tasted purple once.
I see.
I feel like there are easier ways to do that.
Yeah, but the easier ways to do that also have a risk of having a heart attack.
And the sugar bombs don't?
No, that has a risk of diabetes.
What's a diabetes?
Oh, Lord.
And Hoffman will go into this long diatribe of how diabetic works. And that is why the body sometimes hates us.
And Carter got a good nap in on that.
That was fascinating, Doctor. Yes.
You know, sometimes my body does something kind of similar to that if I eat too much cheese.
That is lactose intolerance.
Or it could just be the fact that Brahmin cheese is vile.
I mean, listen, but when you're kind of desperate and you ain't got nothing else, I mean, you make it work.
It's fair, I guess.
Wait, this is a thing that people actually have to do. What? Alright.
Diabetes, wild.
Yeah. And deadly, seeing as no one produces insulin anymore.
House does.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably just so he can sell it.
Yeah.
The American consumer market already was doing horribly for the insulin sale, but fine.
I mean,
He's
so it's just more of the same.
Yeah, he's actually been fast tracking, rebuilding the cutting edge technology sector. He says in about 10 years he should have someone in space.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Rocket.
Something tells me that's slightly more complicated than even he has planned for.
Probably. But don't tell him that. He
No,
paid me.
I correct myself. He might have somebody in space. Whether or not they come back alive is a different case.
That's very true, honestly.
Yeah, also, don't tell him that he might not be able to do that, because then he might be willing to start working with the Institute, which ain't good for nobody.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell him.
Anyways, Lilibelle. How much farther?
It's only about another, and then suddenly you're there. And you roll up and see that there actually are Securitrons that, for the most part, are on sleds that have made their way there with the supplies that you have requested being sent out: food, water, medicine, even a few crates of extra ammunition for the weapons that are still workable within Lilibelle.
Right, this is good.
Yeah.
We should
This makes me so happy.
take a head count, see how many made or did not make yet while we're gone.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll get to work on the head count. Maybe we can start distributing ammo and the food.
Yeah, let's centralize the supplies and start handing it out.
Yeah. If we want to call a town meeting.
Yeah. Food and heat first. Make sure they're not freezing unfed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's assemble a town meeting.
Yes. Iris, if you would show Anna someplace out of sight for now.
All right. Yeah, I get that.
Alrighty. So you're able to get everything together. Chanel, you do a head count. It seems like the only people you lost were some of the older individuals who were probably on their way out anyway, unfortunately. But for the most part, it seems like everyone is alive, if maybe a little bit more emaciated. A lot of people have lost weight, it looks like. But for the most part, everyone's is alive, healthy aside from needing to eat. And as the food is being centralized and passed out appropriately, you can see that there is a lot more life in people's cheeks. The doctor that you left in charge, Dr. Becker, actually makes his way to you. I'll be honest, I didn't think you were coming back.
Why wouldn't we come back?
I don't know, because you were going out into fucking blizzard saying you're going to stop the snow, and whenever people say crazy shit like that, they're either high or dying. Or high and then going to die.
Well, we did end up getting high at one point. Most of us, at least.
God damn it, Iris. You need to stop sneaking up on people.
We do have friends. One of which is very famous.
He just looks over, and you can see that the courier is currently looking over Meal Ticket Marty. Huh. Fuck.
Yeah. He can confirm this snow should stop sometime within the next couple of days, somewhere around that. And we'll be getting at least one more shipment, if not possibly two more, from the robots. As he looks to the sledding robots around us.
Good. I'll work on making sure that we get people eating regularly, not trying to hoard food or anything. We'll still be on rationing for now until we get back to having a surplus. If the snow is actually going to be melting, then that shouldn't take too long, hopefully, since trade should be opening up again. And if that's also the case, I suppose we'll go ahead and get the sleds off of the truck and the motorcycle and get them back onto wheels.
Yeah, that would be appreciated.
And also, I would suggest digging a small trench around the outside of the compound.
Right, because snow melts.
Yeah, maybe not so small.
We'll work on something to divert the overflow.
Ditch.
Yeah. Well, honestly, it's just good to see y'all again. I fucking hate being a leader.
It's good to be back.
It is never easy.
Why do you think I'll let Chanel do most of the shit?
That's fair. And then he just looks over and he's like, oh, fuck me, running. And you just see that one of the Securitrons and Marty are kind of circling each other. And you just see that a few of the people of Lilibelle and Six look like they have made a robot fighting, a little sort of robot bare knuckle boxing fight ring. He's been here 5 goddamn minutes and already, okay, I got this. You all just focus on other things, son of a, hey! And he just storms off. And he's just like, oh, you just hear him say, oh, fuck, as you see Meal Ticket Marty just punch a Securitron and just lands fully on its back.
What a sight, really.
This is how we get the war between Nuka-Cola and Mr. House.
Okay, well, we should get our new friends who are here more permanently established in some sort of housing.
There is a house on the outskirts that Anna can stick to as well, easily.
Oh.
After this meeting, we should actually discuss what she will do. She can't stay cooped up forever.
I mean, I figure have her do security work, especially while we're not around.
That might be good.
It also needs trust, is the other issue.
If she's good at fighting and she's not really trusted, Connor is currently rubbing his chin. Maybe have her scavenging or hunting.
That's also not a bad idea. Because as much food and stuff as we're gonna be getting brought to Lilibelle, it's not nearly enough to replenish what we once had.
No one wants to be dependent on Mr. House forever either. Or at least I
Right.
don't.
Neither do I.
9.
I didn't want to be dependent on him at all in the first place.
I got a notion.
Oh?
Well, not like there's anybody inside a particular vault that's ever heard of a courser before. And being a courser seems like she's probably pretty good at navigating the wilderness, especially if she were to have a map. And since Vault 38 has just gone and opened up, it would be a good idea to have some trade with them because they've got a lot of stuff for Lilibelle and we've got a lot of stuff they'll need. And I bet they got a lot. I bet my cousins would like to come out here and try working on some of the machinery. And better us make contact with Vault 38 than some raider tribe.
True, but do we want... Also true. But do we want to trust Anna with Vault 38 then?
I mean, what's she going to do? It's not like she's a psychopath by nature. She was given a mission and failed at the mission.
I think we should trust her with this. If we don't trust her with something like this, then
Okay.
I mean, we can't just not trust her with anything, because then nothing's gonna fucking change. So
Right. All right. We will send her out as an emissary and
Let
try
me-
to make trade.
I'll write a letter and I'll attach it to my Vault 38 canteen. That way they'll know it's from me, and some of them will be able to recognize my admittedly terrible handwriting.
At least you
Before we do that, how well locked were you in your vault?
Pretty well, until I started yelling at people that they needed to open up the door because we couldn't just sit in there forever, and also that the reactor was starting to leak and we didn't have the parts to fix it in there.
Okay. Just making sure.
They didn't like me telling them that the coolant system was eventually going to fail and it was leaching into the recycling tanks, and it was eventually going to start poisoning people. So they said, "Shoo, troublemaker, shoo. Dollars to donuts." That vault is open because my prediction came true.
How long ago was that?
About 5 years.
All right.
I
Well,
did the
send her
math. It was going to happen. It wasn't going to happen like the next day, but it was going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Well, then we send her out with the note. have her make connections, bring people here, send people there, get trade going. It'll be good. It'll be good. Provide her with a reasonable house or housing of some sort. I've got space in my place if we need to take in a couple people, but I've maybe got room for 2 more. And a raccoon.
Overseer, remind me what the original name of the town of Lilibelle was.
Nipton.
Nipton, that's right.
We're gonna...
Shouldn't take her more than, I don't know, well, maybe 4 days or so.
Okay.
We can worry about how long it's going to take later. We're not sending her out now.
No, I'm just thinking in my head.
Hello, security and careful watch.
I mean, for now, let her
rest for now. Jeez.
I mean,
she's had a bit of a week.
I mean, we all have. I think we all deserve a rest. Can't keep running on empty. So, let's rest.
First, we have a town meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Good news to share, after all.
Very.
Before we do that, Chanel, can I talk to you for a second?
Sure.
She kind of like waves, nods her head to the side.
Okay. All right. What's up?
Probably gonna sound a bit much coming from me, but you can't keep running from your past forever. I ain't gonna say nothing, but
I figured that you knew. Because that'd be stupid to assume that you didn't. Iris, the situation and the lifestyle that I grew up in was disgusting. I'll keep a long, sad story short. My mom was a slave to the Legion. My dad was a trainer. I was a mistake. I don't regret making a break for it when I did. Both of my parents are dead. They died at the Battle of Hoover Dam. Most people I saw in my day-to-day life died in that battle. Connor is an exception. So am I. My fear is that if people discovered where I came from, it's not like how they reacted to finding out that you are who you are. My people actively hurted people, killed people, innocent people, took in slaves, made it a game in this part of the world. Our leader lived here. People will take my past a bit more harshly if they find out. I've worked very hard to gain the trust of a lot of people. So that way when it inevitably does blow up and people do find out, hopefully they will see what I have done for them now. And not things that I cannot change about my past.
And we're on the same page then. Just as somebody that has been doing this for a while, it's always going to blow up. You gotta be ready when it does. So
I know. I've been.
Know it can be difficult to try and face that thing. So
I know. I've spent my whole 10 years since I escaped preparing for that day. But like I said, I just hope that people have seen what I've done for them now and not what I could have done or would have done in the past. That ain't me anymore. I escaped.
I mean, like I told Anna, it was never you, it was what you were told. Can't tell who somebody is until they have their own choice.
Not to toot my own horn, but I think I've been doing a pretty good job. I know I'm not the smartest person out there, but I'm a lot more learned now than I was back then. And I'm a lot more empathetic now than I was back then.
You know, I'm an artificial person made by a group of the smartest people. Not to be disparaging to some of the people that I've met out here, but some of the smartest people on the face of the country. And I'm pretty sure we're pretty on par. I don't think being smart's all that's necessary. At least not the way some people. So don't apologize for that.
You and I are a lot more alike than I thought. And I'm glad we picked you up.
Yeah, me too.
Now, I think we have some food to hand out. I will tell the others. I just need to be more comfortable before. Because as much as I love Carl and Doc, they don't quite get it.
It's hard to understand unless you're in a similar situation. I get it.
So. Thanks.
All right, don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything Dr. Hoffman wouldn't do.
That still leaves a lot of room for error.
Yeah, but it's better than if I said don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Well, you and I are kind of on par with that, so. And she'll wrap an arm around Iris. Thanks again.
Of course. The way I see it, us runaways gotta stick together.
Yeah. And then she'll begin to walk back with Iris.
As they walk away, can Hoffman talk to Anna inside the truck for a short bit?
Who is he wanting to speak with?
Anna.
Oh, absolutely.
He'll crouch down in front of her. So we think we have a plan for you.
Right.
But Iris, your greatest benefactor at the moment, said something to me, and I feel it should be posited to you as well, as otherwise her ideals would be not properly displayed. What do you want?
Well, after maybe a little bit of rest, I just want to do something that helps. Maybe I don't exactly stick around here, since I'm pretty sure there are people that have heard about the people with the black coats. But maybe I could, I don't know, run caravans or go hunting or do something. Or maybe I could just try to find some place that hasn't ever heard about us.
Nine, this is good. The plan we had was caravanning. Not immediately, mind you, but eventually. And as for strange things that they are going to have to get used to, he steps into the power armor once more in order to get it off the truck to his house. They will have to get used to many strange things. And he'll offer her a hand.
And she will hesitate for a moment before taking it.
Kommt. And he'll walk out the truck with her before thudding heavily into the ground.
And she will follow along. And that is where we are going to end Fallout Nuclear Winter Wonderland. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It has been an absolute honor to put on this game for all of my players and put on the show for everyone listening at home. Thank you all so much.